Hello again, my name is Relax and Panic.
And I am most evil lifeform.
And we are once again reacting to RWBY Season 5. It is episode 4. This time with intro because I want to have the intro in it. Which I will change like every episode, this opinion. So it's me who has to cut it however. So, let's just go. Yeah. And you know how it is my hard drive, so it will be stuck. And I was right! 10 points for Relax. Minus 10 because it is my hard drive. Sorry. But therefore we have something great. I see.
Come on, she has a motorbike.
Those two in the middle are me, you know? And those who are jolly and funny.
See, wait again.
So you are Hazel too. Yang and Hazel. Okay, so you're the brute melee fighter type. I see. Okay. Hey, she still was arms crossed. Oh well, one. I'm not sure if I've seen this fight with Hazel before.
Sure, almost all the time.
I missed it. Okay. We have not seen anything of Mercury and Emerald yet. I mean...
No.
Sadly. Yeah, I like them.
I mean, they will come into play at some place again.
Yeah, possibly. Not sure if in this season.
I think in this season. But later, not right now, I would assume.
I mean, Salem sent. That looks so crappy. Him, I mean.
How much further, pal?
This should
just about do it.
He was watching it. Oh, that's a trap, I guess.
You wait here. I'll go up ahead and make sure the coast is clear.
Coast?
It's a way too broad space where she stopped. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Who do you think I am? I like that her coat is like separatable. There we go.
Nice try. Not good enough.
I can't believe you were dumb enough to let me lead you here.
I can't believe you were dumb enough to get me here.
Is this everyone?
I expected more.
Yes, little lady. This is it. Well,
I'm for
unless you count the whole rest of the camp back that way.
That way?
Huh? Yes, that way.
Okay.
You really told her.
No. Thanks.
Now to pay me back for this tooth.
Punch him.
We're gonna take your bike.
You will miss a second
You're
tooth
take
soon.
Your lumps. You got the jump on me last time, sweetheart. You really ought to think twice about fighting all.
1, 2. I really thought you would punch.
Get her!
Oh, she looks so bored. Nice. Ooh, that's... Without watching.
Yeah, a lot more calmer than she is fighting.
Yeah. One shot?
Oh, they're bandits, so cannot go for quality.
That was a nice one. It was still.
Nah, she stopped it from.
It doesn't even matter. When Raven finds out what you did, you're dead.
Possibly. but I doubt it. I'm her daughter, after all.
Ouch. Now it's time to be afraid.
I'm dead.
Yes, exactly. I'm dead. Cool. Uppercut.
Man, Oz wasn't kidding. Oscar's picking up on this stuff fast.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yes! I did it! Oscar?
You forgot to engage your aura again.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because this method makes you less likely to forget.
Yep, pain
Mind
helps
if
to
I give
understand.
it a shot?
Not bad, Miss Rose. But Oscar doesn't have the years of training that you do. Or I do.
Well, maybe we should, take a break.
Oh, headbutt.
The next time you want to throw a left cross, remember to push off with the appropriate foot. And as always, do be aware of any openings.
Got it! Hey, are you okay?
How is this so exhausting?
Your body isn't used to this kind of training. Not to mention generating a defensive aura on your own. It takes intense concentration at first, but in time it will become second nature, allowing you to deflect attacks and gradually heal your wounds. After that, you can begin focusing on your semblance, whatever that may be.
Semblance?
You know, like your very own superpower. Everybody's got one. It's just a matter of finding it and mastering it. Ruby moves super fast. Electricity makes me stronger. Ren can mask emotions, and John can,
Oh, John.
I can't do it.
John's like you. He hasn't found his semblance yet, but we all know he will. And you will too. We all just have to try and help each other get stronger.
Cool.
A common philosophy is that a warrior's semblance is a part of who they are. Some say your personality and character can define your semblance, while some claim that it's the other way around. Of course, there are still many who don't see a connection at all.
It's hard to know when you know sometimes. Ren's semblance was unlocked from intense stress. And mine kicked in during training one day.
What about you?
Oh, struck by lightning. Didn't die. Crazy Thursday.
I just don't understand what's wrong with me. I train, I meditate.
Don't worry, Mr. Ark. Your journey is far from over. And the same might be said for all of you. Unlocking your semblance isn't the end. It can still grow and evolve. Providing you're willing to put in the work, who knows what could happen.
Then let's get back to it.
At least she let them lead her into the camp, you know?
Anyone. Cute.
Yeah.
Now
Now it's getting interesting. Hey, Mom.
who's there?
It's me, your daughter.
Mom. Yang.
So, after all this time, you finally decided to visit me.
You know that I searched for you. I spent years looking for you.
And you found me. You were patient, determined, and strong enough to make your dream a reality. Well done, Yang. But did you have to be so rough with my men?
I didn't want a fight. They started it.
Well, you certainly finished it.
Not impressed.
Right. I'm sure this is all very overwhelming, but I must admit that you've proven yourself. So any questions you have, I'll be happy to answer. You can stay with us tonight. I'll even have the cooks whip up something for you.
That's not why I'm here.
What was that?
I'm not here for you. Ruby is somewhere in Mistral. She's with Crow and she's going to need my help. I just need you to take me to her.
And why would I do that?
Because we're family.
Family. Only coming around when they need something. I have to say, I'm disappointed. After all, you found me, didn't you? Why not take that drive and use it to find your little sister if she really means that much to you?
Because you're going to save me time. Ruby was heading to Mistral, but there's no guarantee she's made it there. Looking for her in Anima could take ages. But Dad told me how your semblance works. You could bond to certain people. And when you do, you could create a portal that takes you straight to them.
She's bonded with.
You've got one for Dad, one for me, and you've got one for Crow. He promised me he'd watch out for Ruby before he left. And I trust him. So, make a portal to my uncle and sister, and I'll be on my way.
You know, it takes real strength to march in here and demand such a favor of me. I've got to say, I'm impressed. It's very noble to want to help out your sister. But if she's with Crow, then she's already a lost cause.
What does that mean?
You don't want to get mixed up in all of that, Yang. Ozpin is not the man you think he is, and Crow is a fool for trusting him. I would know. I trusted him once, too.
I don't care what you think.
Your choice is your own. All I'm suggesting is that instead of getting wrapped up in something too big for you, for any of us, that maybe you take a moment to wonder if you're already where you belong.
Save your breath. You could spout off whatever you want, but nothing is going to keep me from my sister.
Except you got someone.
Well, aren't you stubborn?
I get it from my mom.
Nice one.
Well, if that's how you feel, then it sounds like we're done here. Take her away.
So you don't need your man?
Did you not hear me? I said, send me to Crow, damn it!
That's enough! You watch your mouth in front of our leader!
Make me.
Ooh. Oh. Oh. Now it's going down.
No, she sees Weiss.
Now it's going down.
Weiss?
Everyone's like, oops.
All right, well, subtlety is out.
Yeah. That's the way to open a cage. Cool.
Oh, he's already up again? It's impressive.
Yeah.
What is that?
Don't worry about it. What are you doing here?
Well, that's my mom, and she could take us to Ruby.
Your mom kidnapped me? You kidnapped her?
Now it gets...
Enough!
Ring?
Thank you. If you people don't keep it together, this place will be crawling with Grim. Give the girl her weapon back. You two, in my tent. Now.
Why?
If you're really going after your sister, then you need to know the truth.
Hmm. The night is really impressive.
Sorry about...
Oh.
I missed you so much.
Ow.
I missed you too.
I just see a fandom ship
Yeah,
going
yeah.
overboard.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, it's already over.
It was
too short.
Yeah.
Way too short.
But the next episode is already coming. You don't need to wait for it.
Yeah, that's a good one for us, right? So, it felt to me, especially in the beginning of them talking, very much as though Salem was talking to her people. You know, she made this an open, like a statement. You know, like this,
like a stage.
Yeah, like a stage.
But this is exactly what I don't think Salem is. I think Salem is okay. She's talking to her people, but she has a very exclusive circle.
Yeah.
She's not giving her presence away to many. So compared to Raven, who is like having a huge audience compared to that.
Oh, sorry. I meant her that she was talking to her bandits here openly, not Salem. Sorry, we have no Salem in this episode.
No, sadly
so,
not.
And no, when Yang came in, and she was, you know, she had to face her open in front of her people because she's a leader. But she could have very easily said, "Come on in, let's talk private." But instead, she chose to, especially loud. You know, she did not talk silently. She talked very loud from her breast, like,
"But this
hello."
This is what I think goes into the concept of having the bandits as a family, their tribe.
Yeah.
When Raven chose also to save them, it's like, okay, they are belonging together like a family belongs together. So she has no secrets in front of them. That's what I would assume is the reason for her speaking in front of everyone.
Interesting is her choice in the end now to say, give her the weapon back and come in. And everyone is just leaving, you know? There's no one stating something against or not even mumbling or anything. They're just like, okay, and leave.
She's clearly the leader.
Very, very strong in this case.
And the thing is, and why she stops now everything is very clear that not everyone is, not emotions first about that, because not everyone is ready to fight the Grimm. So she's protecting her tribe again. Yeah. And that about the story, not everyone's supposed to know it, because clearly her whole tribe is not knowing anything about the bigger picture.
I mean, there's a clear difference in power as well. We've seen those men of hers that Yang fought. They're just thugs. You know, they're not really
human. They're regular humans.
Just exactly. So they're not even close to the level that the girls are right now.
Yeah.
So, and on the other hand, you have her. Raven and the maiden, which I think it was a lightning strike.
It was a lightning strike
that was there. So they're on a completely different level. What is interesting to me is the relationship between the Spring Maiden, we are pretty sure she is, and Raven, because she didn't look happy with giving back the weapon.
Yeah, but
she did not. Exactly,
but this is something I expected to happen, that Raven has really control over her. That there is probably the daughter-mother relationship she never had with Yang.
Exactly. My opinion as well. It seems a lot like mother and daughter there.
And to go to another topic, to the semblances, when they were talking about it with the RWBY group, that the semblances somehow either resembling the character or the opposite, and I think it's completely resembling the character, because Nora is full of energy and energetic, and her it's this lightning, and for for Ren, it's he is calm, so he can mask the emotion.
But he wasn't in the past. You know, when we've seen his past as a kid, he was not calm. He was the complete opposite. He was frightened by everything.
Yeah, but in the moment his semblance activated the stress, he changed and became completely calm. And for Ruby, it's the same. She's very like fast, moving forward, and so
yeah. So, but that was the question. Does the semblance adapt who you are, or do you change yourself after your semblance? And the history of Ren, I think, proves it more this way around, that the semblance influences you, because he was easily frightened before and not calm, and after his semblance kicked in, he changed into becoming this instead.
Well, he is not completely calm yet. This was proven in the when he was losing his grip against the fight
last
against
season.
Yeah. So that's not completely gone. So I wouldn't say that the semblance is changing actually the character. It's just like a realization. It's like, okay, when you realize something and you develop basically, and that's in the moment of stress. He wanted to protect Nora and himself so much that he basically in this moment calmed down and did something. And
so if we say there is a very close relation between the way you are and your semblance, which way around ever, if we go through which semblances we know, I mean, let's leave Weiss out. The Schnee semblance is hereditary, so not really sure about that. It
matches because of their proudness. They have basically something. I would not say like a servant, you know. Like, okay, you have the power to bring something to serve you in some way.
Yeah. But the glyphs are there as well. So that's why there is no clear emotional direct relation. But seeing about other semblances we've seen, I mean, I'm always thinking about Velvet. Is she copying or not? I mean, this one is where it's not clear for me.
Well, it is more a thing of to be adaptable. Especially if you would now go to the next way of like, okay, to say, well, disguise to be everything, to be on your, how to say that?
To blend in?
Yeah, to blend in the best. And to blend in the best means also that you, depending on what you want and what you need, you're able to blend in better.
Yeah, well, I think we do not know enough about
yeah.
Yeah. And the most other semblances are just like one-shots, you know, we've seen from some, so that's not really easy. But speaking of semblances, so we know about Raven now. So her semblance is that she can connect, bind herself somehow to specific people, and then open portals towards those. So this means, I guess it's a very personal thing to bind to someone like that.
And she only bounds to family. That's the interesting thing.
Yes.
And see, that's what I said when we were saying she's like the Raven mother, and I disagreed because she's watching over her all the time. She somehow has still this family thing. Otherwise, there would be no need to have those connections to Crow, to her, to Yang.
And to Taiyang.
Yeah,
this is interesting that she's still bound. I guess she could like drop it if she wanted to, but she's still.
The question if you can't drop and reinforce it, or if you are basically need to make your decision. But
that is a very personal and close decision you make. Yes,
and it's an emotional decision I think.
So this might shine a completely different light on her. I'm pretty looking forward to what she will say next episode.
My question would be, all of the like Crow and Taiyang were in the team, and when Yang was not born yet,
I know we are going to.
If it was to bound to Rose, to Summer Rose.
I guess so as well. Although she's not direct family, but she's in case of the team. If the team really worked together, it was like family. Yeah. I mean, it's like for the girls, the other girls are family right now. Yeah. So yeah, that might be an interesting thing for the future, because if she is bound to her and she isn't dead, question mark still.
Or if she had anything to do with her death.
Yeah.
That would be the other thing.
As well, sure. So that's about semblances, and it gives you, if semblances and your own behavior are kind of close related, this might shine different light on her. You know, the thing that Crow said. You have a very screwed perception of the word family, because that would change then a little. And I guess we will see more about this when we see her side of the story.
Also, Crow is right now somewhere, and since he can transform into a crow, he can travel a lot faster than anyone else. So maybe they will end up, even if she opens the portal, that they will end up somewhere completely different. That would be completely in the air. He's right now flying.
Oh, yeah! Walking through. Raven can turn into a raven as well. But I'm not sure if she's able to take others with her through the portal. This is an interesting thing to see.
Well, according to Yang, she can. And Yang said yes.
Yeah. Otherwise, she wouldn't have asked. Yeah. So, I like the little fight. We all knew what was happening in the beginning. You know, this. He's going off. You could see it in case of Yang as well. She was like undressing. Yeah, let's get ready. They will try it.
But she still has the PTSD going on. You could see that with her shaking arm.
But she's fighting it, and she's kind of, at least in the fight, it didn't stop her.
Yeah,
it was afterwards.
I think the stronger the opponent will be, the more it. Because against the bandits, she was more confident. That it was just a little like, okay, just a breather which she needed. But against her mother, when she was unsure if her mother attacks, then you could see the shaking.
It's about confidence. And I guess the more often she will face opponents now, if it is in training or in real, the better she will be able to handle it until finally it will be gone. It is
I don't think it will ever be gone. It will always be a part of her, and it's something which she probably will always have to battle. She will just learn to cope with it.
Yeah. Okay. I really thought he would lose another teeth.
Yeah,
I was waiting for it. I was really waiting for it. I liked her new fighting style, which she learned.
He was not present when the others brought to her.
True.
He was like, okay, I'm dead.
He's possibly running away, I guess.
Yeah. For no reason, too.
I mean, yeah, you can guess that Raven knew that Yang would be coming. I mean, it was a matter of time, you know? So, about this one. I really like the fact that Weiss opened up so much. We've seen this change in the last season. If we think about the first season, how cold and icy she was, and now they are really close. I like that. And it was her who started it. She was jumping into Yang's arm. I missed you. You know, that's really nice to see. So it shows again how close they all became. And I like the tiny version of the knight. That is really cool. You know, like
very.
Just think about you're walking around guarding, and then next moment someone bites you in your leg, and you look down and it's a tiny knight chopping your legs off. What the heck? So
she really trained a lot that she can control it so well, also from the sizes, if it attacks or not, and everything.
There's a lot in, and what I like is that he seems to have some kind of a personality now.
Yeah, and he changed a little bit in design, I have the feeling.
I think
the past one was more bulky and more...
Yeah, more armored.
More intimidating, I would actually say. This one is more aim.
I think it might be due to the small one first, that he looks more adorable, you know, in the beginning, like,
still,
but still. He still is not as buff as I mean, he's intimidating by size, but he has emotions, he has charisma.
But the thing is, for me, the design changed a lot. So his perception, which was clearly meant to be also like unlikable and intimidating in the past, because that's also how Weiss perceived him.
It was the enemy, yeah.
And now it's an ally.
Now it's her guardian. Yeah. And I think the way he acted when he walked or ran along, and then he stood with his back to the girls to defend them, that really shows what he is like. He's the guardian to defend Weiss.
For me, the question would be, is he really in control of himself, or is she actually controlling it, so that she basically has the ability to
move
somehow well, you know, you can fight yourself, and then you need to control him in basically with your subconsciousness or something. That would be really impressive.
I guess he has his own will, kind of. He's bound to her, like, it's like, I don't know, friendship, or she's a summoner, so he is bound to her. I guess he has his own will and kind of fighting. I'm still waiting for him to see him fight. especially when they were all standing around him. I was like, one shot with the sword and they're all gone. It's like, chop, 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 chop. Goodbye. So back to Team RWBY. When they talked about semblances and everything, I didn't want to talk about it because they were talking. And I didn't want to jump in there. But you could already see in the background Ren sitting and doing the meditative thing. And I was like, wow, they're really going for this thing now, which they started in the last season. They gave him more parts in the show, which I really like. More room. And they are sticking to the Zen aspect that he has. This calm, this and meditation and everything. So that was nice.
But to be honest, he is currently the counterpart for all of the three.
Yeah, they're all freaky.
He needs to be more present than all of the others, because all the Jean, Ruby, and Nora combined are having their own way which needs to be countered with calmness and with reasoning. Well, like Nora is all for yay, go for it, and Ruby is a little bit naive still, like she has overconfidence probably, and while Jean is the complete opposite with having not enough confidence, and he is like the rock in the center. Although
Ren is not really needed for Jean in the most moments. The moments when Jean is really struggling with himself, this is when it's always Ruby, because she's so positive. So when he's falling in the dumps, she's the one pulling him back up, as she did here again. But Ren is definitely needed for Ruby and Nora, no question. But they so Ruby took Oz and put him opposed to Jean, which I really liked. So she got them both lifted up in this moment.
Oscar, not Oz.
True. Yes, you're correct. It's Oscar in this case. I don't know. Maybe we will see in this season already a hint of the semblance of Jean. I'm not sure. It would be nice.
I just hope that like Oscar and Jean will not become like basically a copy of each other in the sense of because right now, both are lacking a little bit of confidence, which I don't see why Jean still lacks confidence. He clearly improved. I think they have pretty different semblances, and I hope that we will see how they basically how they really differentiate, that they are really not the same.
I disagree.
Personality.
I disagree there. I think the semblances of John and of Oscar will be completely different.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said they would have similar ones.
There's currently similar characters.
Yes, sure, because it would be interesting. Maybe they use Oscar and his evolution, his growing, to show that John is growing now as well. What, however, came out for me interesting is, which we discussed last time, about the semblance of Oscar and of Oz. So it looks a lot like each new body that Oz is in has its own semblance. Right. Otherwise, if it wouldn't be, then Oz would be like, we don't have to search. I know what it is. It is mine. You know? So that's cool as well. I mean, it means every time he's reborn, he's like, okay, he's a new semblance. Let's look what it is this time. Which brings me to, what was the semblance of Oz? Of the original, old body?
Of the original one.
I mean, he had the shield, but I guess it's all mage
it's
power.
It's still possible that he is either the king or the wizard.
What do you mean?
The original wizard.
Oh yeah, that he was the king as well.
Yeah, it could be, or he was one of each, or so.
He could have been all of them.
So the for example, his semblance could have been his weapons and or the relics that he basically his semblance was materializing into the relics, and then he died as
the king.
Yeah, as the king.
Sure, possible. Question is, what was Oz? The Ozpin head of the
what school. His semblance was?
Yeah.
We will probably
except for drinking gallons of coffee without getting problems.
Isn't that more the from professor?
It's a professor. Doctor. That one is stuck. That one is really stuck. Yeah. Professor. Doctor.
Because I'm more associating coffee with him than with us.
True. But it means I think we've never seen it.
Depends if we have really not seen it or if it was visible in the fight against Cinder. Maybe they like show a flashback of the fight against Cinder at some point.
I mean, it might be this shield which he created. He did a lot of these incredibly fast attacks, which is abnormal.
And the thing is, which was reminding me completely of Dragon Ball, when it felt like, okay, they're currently like
blasting
thing of the energy balls they are, where he was creating. It was
yeah, that's what I mean with the shield. When she was doing this fire, this enormous amount of fire on him, and he was just putting the cane in the ground and had a green absorption field. So maybe that was a semblance, not sure. But I mean, in the end, it doesn't matter, because right now the question is, what is a new one? And what is the one that John is going for? So if it is true that those are kind of linked to the way you behave, he's a nice guy. He always tries to defend. He's kind of a defender. He's more on either tactic strategy, although I still think it's more still like he's forced into this role.
If they really, you're talking about genre.
John of Arc.
Either, my assumption would be either he has the ability like to make really this shield like a second force field, or if they go fully Jeanne d'Arc, that he can actually sacrifice himself in order to save someone. This would be like a huge finale thing. Like he discovers his semblance in the final fight against Salem, and he
jumps in, something like that,
and resurrects someone by dying, like something.
I mean, this could go for the defense bodyguard style as well in a lower version, in the not so harsh version. That if someone is getting hit, however, it gets transferred to him. So he's standing nearby, but he is not jumping in front. He's just like transferring the damage to him. Might be as well. So it's more the bodyguard direction there. But if it's like, if it's really Joan of Arc, it would be like, okay, I died, saved you all, praise me. Crap.
I mean, it would also, or to go to a very sad place again, that he connects again with Pyrrha.
Yeah.
That in his final moments, Pyrrha talks to him like that, and he is like in thoughts with her because she did basically a similar thing.
Yeah, she did, yeah.
So this would be like a very sad, epic final thing, but we will see which way they go.
So, next episode. Let's see.
I wanted to point out one thing.
Yes.
I'm really impressed with the voice actor work of Oscar, because he manages now to have the little boy unsure personality, and then changes over to Oscar, or to us,
the secured. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
They showed it with the way they stand as well. So I realized that Ozpin is putting the hands behind his back, which, by the way, I think I pointed out for Crow in the past when they were in the shelter. It's so cool. I like it that he really looks like a crow when he's walking. So that's something that's very impressive. And having two characters you have to show by voice.
So much fun. So much fun to do that.
Yeah. And shifting between as well. So, that's it. Next episode. I think, by the way they did the show until now, that we will not see this scene next time.
Yeah.
It will be second. Second next episode.
It will be what we originally expected to be season episode 3.
Blake.
So Blake and the villains.
And the villains, I guess as well. So maybe a little bit of RWBY again. It seems they always put in a little bit of it, not so much. It's not.
Yeah, because I had the feeling that they tried the training. It's basically like the tournament in small pieces, because they train right now to improve and to become better, which is kind of sad because they're not involved in what is happening, because Crow is right now outside in recruiting. They are there, and we have something going on with Raven and the White Fang stuff, and they are training. It's a little bit sad that they are not more.
I think they tried to sync the characters to each other to the moment when they find each other, and maybe it's. I mean, the training is important. We've seen that RWBY is really still not good at close combat. I mean, she was fighting against Oscar, who has no training at all before. and she was merely coming by, you know? So she needs training. She definitely does. Which brings me again to Yang. That is an improvement. I really like this. The way she's able to evade now. There was the one thing. She does not need to take punches.
She didn't even activate her semblance. That was for me the sign that, okay, she improved to cope with things without activating her semblance.
Yeah, without falling back to it. Yeah. Okay. This is it for this time. As always, if you want to see our next reaction, go over to my Patreon. It is already up there. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. We like to hear from you, at least most of us.
Most of us. So I clearly don't like to hear from you. Do not comment.
Oh crap! You know that in this episode, no one will comment, or they will be like, "I will comment."
It's all your
challenge you.
It's all your fault. You said at least one of us. So.
And now I'm the bad guy. So this is it for this time. My name is Relax and Panic.
And I am Most Evil Life Form.
Goodbye and out.
Bye.